Hello Leo, welcome to my channel Love It or More. This is going to be your July 2022 reading for Sun, Moon and Rising. I'm keeping things nice and simple today with a Celtic cross, and before we begin we'll do the sound bowl just to tune into the energy. So if you'd like to take a nice breath in and exhale. Okay Leo, let's see what July has in store for you. I started to feel a bit kind of bubbly in my stomach. Things are happening really, really fast at the moment for you. I feel kind of a bit, my ears are blocked now, and I'm feeling like there's a lot of movement surrounding you at the moment. It's like halfway between excitement and halfway between kind of irritation. It's weird. Okay, this is a Fountain Tarot deck. I'm going to be cutting the deck rather than taking jumpers, and we will clarify with the Rider-Waite. Leo. Okay, current energy, 8 of Swords. What's crossing that? 3 of Wands. Subconsciously, consciously, you got the King of Swords over there. Subconscious, the World. Past, we have King of Coins, which would be the King of Pentacles. Future, we have the Tower. Okay. Attitude, 6 of Coins. Environment, Ace of Swords. Hopes and fears, the Sun. Outcome, 5 of Cups. All right. So before I begin, I'm just going to clarify all of them. 6 of Swords, 6 of Coins want to come up again, which is that card there, but we're not taking jumpers. Okay. Oh. 10 of Cups and Tempest wanted to come out. And we've got the 10 of Pentacles right underneath it. Wow. Let's just do that again, guys. Sorry, when I say guys, I don't mean spirit, because I'm cutting the deck, please. Cutting the deck. No jumpers, please. Oh, what? Justice. It still wants to talk now. The Wheel of Fortune poking out there as well. Hang on. Justice wants to go. Spirit. Okay, I'm going to be cutting the deck. Sorry, I'm having a little private party here. Thank you. Right. 8 of Swords, we have Knight of Cups. 3 of Wands, we have Strength. King of Swords, we have 6 of Wands. The World, we have 4 of Pentacles. King of Coins, we have Queen of Cups. Tower, we have 7 of Pentacles. 6 of Coins, we have 7 of Swords. Ace of Swords, we have High Priestess. I like that, really like that. The Sun, we have 2 of Swords. 5 of Cups, we have Knight of Pentacles. All right, Leo. Okay. It's almost as if like you've been you feel like you can't move forward. It's basically what's happening at the moment is that something is naturally coming to an end, that you feel, that you sense, that you know, okay, because you're rising up. But at the same time, you feel like you can't move forward because of there's a couple of things that's happening. So the Eight of Swords basically makes that you feel sort of quite trapped, because perhaps there's someone that's kind of coming in with an offering, and you're working from the place of the heart space over here, but it's kind of keeping you a little bit bound, all right, and you know that something should be ending now so that you can kind of move forward, but you're sort of being stopped in your tracks. And the thing that you're being stopped in your tracks is that Three of Wands, that you can't feel like, again, it's that frustration I was talking about, where things feel like they should be moving, but they're not. And it's like this energy in between you. Because the Three of Wands talks about kind of waiting, plowing away. He is actually weaving a rope from 3 different areas in together. So it's almost like a creation of bringing in 3 different elements. It doesn't have to be 3, but different elements from other places to create and produce something, a product that is better. So it does feel kind of work related, and it's but the strength is coming in because it's taking so long, and there's still like a waiting period. You can't see the results just yet, okay? Deep down, you know that you're at the end of a major cycle with the World card over here, but it's not, you're not seeing it because it's like you feel trapped because you're not quite, you know that you're there, you absolutely know that you're there, but there's still some work to be done, and you're like, you know. Now your conscious thoughts, we've got the King of Swords with that Six of Pentacles. So I feel like in the month of July, you really are being recognized by powers that be, okay? So experts, experts in the field that you're working at, because this feels very kind of work-esque, work related, although we do have something else going on here which I'll talk about in a minute. But it feels like you're getting amazing recognition of the energy that you've put into something, of the style that you do it in. I don't know why that's come up, but the style that you do it in. And the King of Swords has got this rainbow light around him, meaning that you've harnessed every aspect of yourself into this endeavor, okay, into this working situation. But you're wanting to get out of that sort of stuck frame of mind, but it's just taking too long. Now, what I will say is you got the Tower moment anyway. So even if it feels like things aren't moving, they're going to move for sure. Okay, you have a surprise coming your way. Now, in the past, we've got the King of Cups with the Queen of Cups. So this could be a type of mother-father figure as well. But really, it's kind of to do with the energy that you've been embracing to lead you to this point. You've been sort of trying to work on your long-term security, okay? And you're trying to do it with a very soft heart, with love. And I really, really, really love that. But at the same time, you're so that's what's brought you to this point. But the reason why you're now feeling a bit trapped is because it's in that love energy, you've actually attracted more love in. So it could be that perhaps you wanted to move forward with something, you want to end something and start something new, and then something, either a love offer, so it could be romantic, or like love from your parents or love from family and stuff, are trying to kind of keep you where you are. And it's not like they're deliberately intending to trap you, but I feel like you're sort of stuck between, well, I need to get cracking, I need to move forward, and it's taking me quite a lot of energy, and you and this is all lovely, and thank you so much, I love this, but actually it's not really serving me at the moment, because I need to move forward, I need to graduate to the next level, because you are graduating with that Six of Wands card. So it's almost like the people who support you, the people that surround you and love you and nurture you, it's like they don't realize that they're actually keeping you a little bit stuck. what they should be doing is saying, I send you love to go out into the world and to make your own mark. Okay, now I feel like you're not really addressing this, like communicating this to them, because we've got the World card here. This is in your subconscious energy, the World card here with the Four of Pentacles. So you know deep down, and we've got a lot of kind of psychic energy coming up over here as well, and with the Queen of Cups. You know full well that you've reached the end of a cycle, and now you are ready to move forward. Not only because you've been recognized for it, and because you've been told that with that King of Swords and that Seven and that Six of Wands, but you know you're ready to now move to the next level. But deep down, you're not sort of telling anyone about it, because I think it feels to me like you're trying to avoid some sort of argument, confrontation, stress, all that sort of stuff. So you're doing your best to just keep on cracking on the work, even though, and the work is going to lead you to the next level, lead you to that graduation. But the love that keeps pouring in is kind of making you kind of feel, well, I can't, because I don't want to offend anyone, or I don't want to make as if I feel ungrateful, or all of this sort of stuff. Okay, don't worry, because in your future you've got the Tower moment with that Seven of Pentacles. So you have an amazing surprise coming your way, and the surprise is the harvest. So not only do we have the harvest here with the Six of Pentacles. Oh, why am I saying that? That's the Six of Pentacles. That's a Seven. With the Seven of Wands over here, it's like you're going to get that recognition on a new level, and it's going to come with a surprise. And so all this hard work that you've been doing, despite the fact that it might be making you feel a little bit kind of trapped, you're getting the rewards. And it's the kind of thing that's going to really pinpoint for you, wow, this really kind of paid off. It really is a stuff that may set me free, but I need to be very careful that I sow seeds for the next harvest, sow seeds for the next season. So you're in the process of setting up the new season, because the world, even if we were to think about the course of a year, the world would be like December, right? And the Three of Wands is more like kind of your springtime. So you really are kind of making sure that in the future, especially when the surprise comes, oh wow, this really, all that hard work really did pay off. And moving with the place of love is really kind of beneficial. Even if it makes me feel a bit trapped, maybe that's just all in my head. Maybe I just need to step back from the situation and just see it from a different perspective, that the people that are trying to keep me where I am actually just do it because they love me and they want me around. But I know that unconditional love is unconditional. Okay, so in the future, as you get this lovely surprise of like, wow, my work really did pay off, that is going to really kind of highlight that you now need to sort of start plowing the earth again and preparing the soil again. I'm speaking metaphorically, of course, to continue that cycle, to continue that momentum. Okay, so it feels kind of very kind of work orientated. Now your attitude with the Six of, yeah, makes perfect sense. Attitude with the Six of Coins and the Seven of Swords is, the Six of Coins talks about kind of monetary kind of gifts coming to you, where there's exchanges, where there's harmonies. Like people, I feel like you're kind of being on the receiving end of lots of resources, perhaps even money, where things are kind of just falling in your lap through generosity for others. But it feels to me like your attitude is that, well, they're doing it to try and keep me here, okay, with that Seven of Swords. Even though it should come from a beautiful heart space, I feel like there's a hidden agenda in this situation, that they're doing it to keep me a little bit kind of here, stuck and bound in that Eight of Swords energy. So I feel like you kind of, I would say, because of these next cards here, the Ace of Swords and the High Priestess, I do feel like you are, this isn't, I don't think you're making this up in your head, basically. Okay, I feel like there is something like that. I feel like there is maybe a hidden agenda in that's trying to kind of keep you in that sort of feeling trapped. But it's up to you to really see the light of that. Now, the environment is the Ace of Swords, highlighted with that High Priestess, meaning that Ace of Swords is that you see it for the truth of what it really is. And the truth is that perhaps people have a certain expectation of you. They are used to this dynamic that you have been carrying out so far, and they I think the people around you that are perhaps preventing you from graduating, let's just put it that way, are those who absolutely love you and adore you. They don't mean to have a hidden agenda, so I don't feel like it's coming from a bad place, but they do, because really they kind of, they love you, they want you around, and it's a type of selfishness, and it's a type of kind of expectation that they've built up until now, that they expect a certain result from you. And I feel like you're now realizing the truth of that situation is that perhaps even if you're ready to graduate into the next level, that they haven't quite yet, and that they need more work themselves. They need to sort of come to the truth themselves. And it feels like that's going to come to light in the month of July, particularly with the High Priestess. So not only are you going to be tapping in, feeling more intuitive, and sort of this information coming out, and this, because the High Priestess talks about mysteries and secrets as well, that Seven of Swords there is also a type of kind of secrecy. So it feels like that's all coming to light with that Ace of Swords, that truth serum, like, this is what it really is. So it could even mean that the people around you, the King, Queen of the King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, that sort of energy, even the Knight of Cups, this person coming towards you, all of those things, it's like they're recognizing it too. Okay, they're sensing, they're picking up on that too, and they could even be picking up on your telepathy in terms of seeing that for what it truly is. You know, there's a lot of kind of unspoken, it's weird, I've never said that in a reading before, where I see like kind of lack of communication in terms of real truth coming out. It seems to me like everyone's kind of playing their part, but not kind of addressing the situation like directly. But it feels like a lot of it is happening kind of invisible. A lot of it is happening kind of intuitively between all the people involved. Now, the hopes and fears. The hope is, of course, to have the sun. The sun represents prosperity, abundance, joyfulness, positivity, wealth, excitement, rejuvenation, all of that sort of stuff. So that's obviously the dream. The fear is that, what if I don't make the right decision? Okay, because on one side you're like, well, this is great the way I've got it now, because this is lovely. It's like, what example can I use? Say, for example, you've been working on a project for 6 years, okay? And only now have you reached the point where you're getting the validation from others and the support from others. But now that you've reached that point, you recognize that job is over, that you've learned everything that you needed to learn within that 6-year cycle. And now you're ready to jump ship and move forward, right? But it's like the decision, well, it's taken me this long to get this recognition, to get this support, and now am I just going to throw it all away because I'm now jumping ship? But you learned everything that you needed to learn with this. So it's kind of like, that's where you feel a little bit undecided, of like, well, I finally got it, but now I'm at a different stage in my life where that has informed me to now move forward and onwards and upwards. And yet, would it feel like I'm throwing this away because now I'm ready to move on? I would say everyone grows, everyone expands all the time. So I feel like the time is ripe for you to move forward. I think you're going to see that very clearly, but it's going to cause that bit of like, well, that's what's really kind of happening here. I would say always choose anew. So the outcome is the 5 of Cups. So the outcome is an element of like, why did it have to get to this point for me to realize, or for other people to recognize me? That's what the 5 of Cups is. Because the 5 of Cups, he's sort of looking at the past and kind of going, well, why did it take this long for people to understand, for people to get it? Okay, why? But the problem is, if you spend too much time wallowing in that, you're sort of taking the energy away from the future, which represents that Two of Cups behind it, which he doesn't see. That represents a future. Okay, so there could be the tendency to kind of maybe get a little bit down in the dumps, and also even a bit like frustrated, of like it's almost like, for F's sake, you know, I've been working so hard at this, finally you see it, and then as you're sort of moving forward, you're like, well, you just, it's like, why did that have to happen? You could have just supported me full on from the beginning, and then I wouldn't feel, and now I feel like I'm trapped in the situation now, but now I'm ready to move forward, and just that you've gotten your head around it, now you're going to kind of, it's probably going to happen all over again. That's the kind of the energy I'm feeling with that Five of Cups. Clarified with the Knight of Cups basically means that this is just something that's going to be plodding along in your mind a few times. I would be very careful, cautious about that energy, and just try and keep focus up, bring more focus to the future rather than the past, because it has not really serving you. But it feels like as you sort of move on to this new opportunity for yourself, this new level, this new graduation that you're moving towards, I feel like it's going to be kind of like niggling at you every so often, of like, I just don't want it to taint your next path. Okay, so I would be very sort of kind of just plod along, just carry on, but every time you notice yourself kind of remembering that and kind of going, you know, they just could have supported me from the beginning, try and shift that mentality to, okay, I'm out of that situation and I'm going to put my focus on the future, because that's what you kind of would have done in this situation. You were choosing for yourself, you were planning for the future, for your prosperity. Okay, so rather go with that energy from what initially, and try and see if it can be as untainted as possible moving forward. I'll get, just to close this reading off, I'll get an oracle card. Okay, what does Leo need to know, please, for July 2022 for their highest good? Just one card, thank you. Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realm. Okay, so basically, even though you're feeling all of this, this is all divinely guided. Okay, remember what I was saying about the world. The world, you've learned that whole situation. You've learned everything that you needed to learn with it, and perhaps one of the lessons in that is to trust in yourself. Even if people around you are not trusting in you and believing in you, that has more to do with them than it has to do with you. Okay, so the divine orchestration is that now is actually the perfect time to graduate, to move forward. And you do have protectors, you do have helpers, you do have your spirit guides kind of sending you little nudges and, you know, shifting you on and kind of going, this is it, we're going to give you this this blessing and this blessing and this blessing, or we're going to give you this intuitive hit, this sort of light code download, we're going to give you this truth, so that you steer, you are on a very clear course. Okay, so you are supported at this time 100%, and it is all divinely guided. So I'm hoping that this gives you help and encouragement for your next chapter, and I will see you next month. Take care. Bye.